Welcome in, everybody. My name is Josh. This is Gaming Joy Channel, and we're back on Hutan Pantai. Pantai? Probably Pantai. Probably saying that wrong. It's like a little bit of my Bostonian accent. Pantai. Or something like that. Welcome in, everybody. How's it going? Thanks for jumping in. If you're in chat, drop an emoji in chat. Let me know you're here, and we're gonna get started. Now. Let's see if my Stream Deck is working. Stream Deck has been being really weird and funky. Okay, that's working. Let's see if the other stuff is working. Is that working? Oh, it's working again. Yay. Okay, so there was a problem with a Stream Deck and OBS. OBS released OBS 32, and then the Stream Deck released a plugin to support it, and then it didn't work, and then they had to do it again, and all kinds of fun stuff. And things weren't going right. And then I pressed the button and turned on AI tracking. That way if I go like this, wink, it keeps me in focus. You can kind of see where my green screen is. But anyways, welcome in. Thanks for being here. So this is our farm. This is the farm we've been playing on for a while now. And we moved on to April. And I didn't just move on. I played hard till April. And I've done a bunch of stuff. We've gotten a bunch of cool stuff done. So we upgraded to this tractor trailer. So this farm is now going to have all the big trailers. So there's a big trailer like this for bulk stuff. There is a wood trailer, and there's a water tanker right here, and the wood trailer is over by the sawmill, or our temporary sawmill. And we'll talk more about the sawmill in a minute. And the reason being is that I want, and there's also a flatbed trailer. So we have a bunch of trailers to go with our truck we've had since the beginning. So, and then this farm is going to be restricted to the JCBs. So the JCBs and the equipment we bought in the beginning is all here on this farm. But some of the other stuff, like the Iseki tractor and the lizard dragon and a few other bits and bobs, and also our stand-up mower, have all been moved over to the other farm. And the reason being is that we're upgrading down here. And then we're going to use those equipment down at the other farm. So down here, we've upgraded our mower. Finally upgraded to the Batwing. Wait, I thought we got a Batwing. We're going to upgrade to the Batwing once we have enough money to buy one. We're a little low on money right now, but we will upgrade. Oh, no, we do have a Batwing. There it is, right there in the corner. We upgraded to the Batwing, and then we also changed this building. So this building right here is now a pallet storage building. It's a bale and pallet storage building. It was this building that's just kind of sitting here, and I was like, that's boring. Why is the building just sitting there? It should be something useful. Here's a flatbed trailer. We'll probably move this flatbed trailer down to the other farm and get a one that works on that truck. But we'll probably move that over down the other farm. But anyways, right now, bale and pallet storage for our mushrooms. So we can sell our mushrooms at the best price, which we should get rid of those right now. So let's go and do that while we're talking. But how's everyone doing? How's it going on? How is everyone doing today and hanging in there and whatnot? I'm finally getting over being sick. That tractor's a little bit loud. I'm finally getting over being sick. Finally starting to feel kind of right in the world, or my head feeling right and not wrong. I'm not sure how to say that. So starting to feel better, which is, it's taken a while. It's kind of annoying because it's taken so long, but it's taken a while and I'm feeling better. So let's load this up. Why is this not? Okay, this must be a bale trailer right now. And yes, it was in a bale trailer format. And so we'll put it in pallet format and just stick it like that, so we know that's in bale trailer format. And then customize. Yes. Okay. And we're going to back up and pick up our pallets and get them all put into our pallet storage. And then we have to go over to where the temple is and check that area out. So we'll see how the temple's doing. I don't actually know how the temple's doing, but I think it's doing pretty good. It's a very slow project. It is a very, very slow project. I think it's actually going to take us a good half of our time on this map to finish that construction project. Being that it's supposed to take, I mean, we're going to be on this map for 400 or 500 hours, probably 500 hours if I can finagle staying on this map for that long. So we'll be 10 years in or something like that once we're done. But anyways, we drop the pallets off. Nope, that's where they spawn. I already forgot my own thing because I was the one who made it. The green is the spawning area. I should not have undone the straps before I before I started backing up, because now I'm super stuck. I refuse to super strength this. Anyways, so we've got our mushroom farm up here. We're doing mushrooms and peas and beans and all kind of stuff up here. That's what this farm's about. And let's tab over to, let's teleport over. So let's put this right here. Park that up. Put the JCB. Oh, let's fuel up the JCB while we're here. It needs it. One of the main reasons that JCB is my favorite tractor of all time is the four-wheel steering. You can't beat four-wheel steering. Especially in a tight map like this. You can't beat it. Let's do this. Actually, let's take this truck. Let's do this. Turn this on. Turn that on. Whoops. Whoops. No, you didn't see that. There it is. Oh, this is full. Okay. All right, so we're going to take this Transstar. Maybe. I don't know if I'm going to make it over there, but I'm certainly going to try. If I roll this thing, I'm going to laugh my butt off. Anyways, we're going to go over and deliver these stones. This is a somewhat realistic capacity at 70,000 liters. This trailer normally holds 35, so it's just a 2x capacity. But it also doesn't have the unreal weight. So this is the actual weight of 70,000 liters of stones being applied to this truck right now. And we may have problems like right here on this little hill. Come on. Come on, ship into low gear, low gear. No, shift into low gear. Shift back into low gear. We didn't stop. Anyways, we're going to head back over to the temple. The temple project has been going pretty well. We've been making like all the stone stuff we need and all the beams and boards and whatnot. And I think the temple is pretty full for now. I don't think we need to put more stuff in it, that much more stuff in it. I may revert this back to the non-cheating quantity, or maybe just not put stones in it, because this is just ridiculous. Or maybe get like a dump truck for the stones, like an actual dumper, versus this, which looks like a kind of like a grain truck with silage extensions. I'll do that. So yeah, we've been working at the over the past couple months. Like the last time we were in the game, it was November, and now we're in April. So we've gone past through 4 months of gameplay. And I've been working, you know, where I could in the winter time, doing a couple contracts here and there. But mostly I've been working on forestry. And I kind of decided to go all in this area on forestry. And so if we look, I bought all these properties up here, like the whole forest area. I bought the whole forest area so that we can harvest all of those trees. I don't think this is going to make it up the hill. I mean, it's struggling. Now, I don't have an unrealistic configuration on the engine here. I don't even know if I have one. But yeah, so we bought all the forest here, and what I've been doing is I've been, for the most part, cutting down the pine trees. See these pine trees here? I've been cutting down the quote-unquote forestable trees. Now I've been doing it with a chainsaw, but I ended up getting a a, what's it called? Not a log winch, but basically a winch for a forward winch forwarder. Is that the right word? A winch based forwarder. And so the forwarder is pulling. I pull the trees down to the sawmill to fill up the sawmill. And then I've been taking the trees from the output from the sawmill up to the temple. And as you can see, the sawmill is producing really well. But if you look over to our left, you can kind of tell, but I cleared out this lower area here. And what I'm going to planning on doing is I'm going to put a sawmill there. But I'm not going to just put any sawmill. I'm going to try to make essentially not a copy, but take the sawmill that's on this map and make it modular, quote unquote. But have a second sawmill that looks pretty similar to the first sawmill on this, that's already on this map. I'm gonna just dump this load and sell it right here because I'm not gonna be able to make this up the hill. So let's just do this. This is not going well. But I can sell here, so hold on. Let's see. How much does my production facility need? It doesn't need anything. It needs like 20,000 liters. So I can sell 50. So I'm going to sell 50 and keep 20. Because the production can't even take more than 20 anyways, so. And of course, the stones don't sell for very much. It's like $4 grand for 50,000 liters of stones. It's not like I'm making a lot of money. I'm making a little bit of money, but not a lot. But anyways, you can see the temple has one building that's finished, which is pretty cool. And the other buildings are coming along, but there's a whole bunch of buildings this temple, so it's going to take me quite a while to finish it. I am looking forward to eventually getting to Riverbend Springs, because there's more than one construction project on Riverbend Springs, whereas here we only have one construction project. And I actually just found out that one of our friends, DTAP Gaming, he just released the Wompsville productions, which include the roller coaster. So if we run out of things to build, we can always plop down a roller coaster on a really big field and build a roller coaster, which I think would be kind of fun to do. But anyways, we're here. This is, it says we planks long, wood beams, wood plates, everything is good. It could use some more roof plates, I think. But let's go look at the thing and see how it's coming along. Oh, look, so we got the bases, the structure bases for all of the temples. This one right here, temple buildings. This one right here has got a floor on it now. It's cool. We got some nice walls and stairs that weren't here before. Some nice garden areas over here. That's cool. There is a collectible up here, but I can't get it yet. I've been trying. I'm like staring at it, but I can't pick it up. I think I can't pick it up until it's done. So we'll see. But yeah, as you can see, it's coming along slowly. And there's a bunch of buildings over there that have to get finished. I don't know. This thing is just, I thought it was going to be done in like a year, and we're like year 3. And it's like 30 or 40% done. We have 335 liters of stones left in this thing. But that's full. But anyways, it looks like this place is kind of self-sufficient for a little while. So I'm not going to do any more transporting over here. We need to get over to our new farm. That's right. We got a new farm. I'm very excited about the new farm. One problem with our little log forwarder is this is an aftermarket non-farm sim forwarder. And as you can see, I've parked it so that the wheels are not on the ground because it has problems. Because as you can see, if I lift up the things, see how the wheels are constantly turning? Like it's just drifting, and it'll drift like it has the parking brake on, but it's still drifting. So we're gonna leave this like propped up as high off the ground as it can go. We'll do that, and then do this, and then that gets it off the ground. I don't know why that's happening, but it's super annoying. So we're just gonna leave that alone. And we'll turn our big rig off. We do need to deliver all of those boards up to the sawmill at some point, or the temple at some point, but we'll do that later. So we're going to tab over to... Is this guy done? Let me check. I don't know if he's done or he's still working. So let's find out. I started planting peas. So we have our 3 new crops here. We have... This one is... Oh, I don't know. Spinach. And then we have peas right here. And then we have green beans over here. And then we are going to put something else here. I don't know what yet. But we'll put something over there. I'm not sure. We might do something like... Not rice. Something we can harvest with the equipment up here. I haven't decided yet. But anyways, we'll deal with that later. So this is the new farm. So we're down here at the actual starting farm. This is where you start normally in first person mode. New farmer mode. And here's Walter. Hey Walter, what's up? Walter's here, and then because him and David are best buddies. Is this David?
Look who we have.
No, it's Ben.
Some call me by
Nope.
my nickname.
No talk, just help. Exit. So that's Ben. Apparently they're best buddies because they live literally on the same farm. Whatever. But what we're going to do here is we're going to plant some rice. Auto rotate back speed is a good thing to just... Oh, I will check that out, Keith. Thank you very much. I was actually asking in my Discord about like what's the best setting to do, and I don't remember whether I got any responses, but thank you very much. That helps. And we're gonna do start work on center. Start job. So this little vehicle is kind of cool. It's different. It's unique, I guess. It's kind of funny. No, so I've been playing with that vehicle offline. So you wouldn't have seen it anyways, Keith, so don't feel bad. But I like this vehicle. I like the fact that you can flood a field and then plant rice in it. So my plan over here is these have all been planted. I planted these already in November or in April. This field I just flooded and we're planting it today. And then this field right here, 28 and 29. Once we can afford 29, we're going to flood all of this, flatten it out, flood all of this, and turn this into a big long grain rice field. And then I'm going to see how the terrain is down here and see if any of these are going to be good for long grain rice. These ones are not good at all for rice because this one is on a steep hill. This is on a steep hill. This is on a steep hill. They're no good at all for rice, because for the long grain rice, because we're planting rice right now, the long grain rice, you have to flood it the first time, which means you need a level field. So we don't have very many level fields there, so that's probably not going to happen. But why are you... Okay, whatever. I don't know why they just drove up off the field. That's kind of strange. But we need to bring over some supplies. So this guy... Oh. We need a maintenance thing. We've been putting down these little maintenance constructible things. Nope. Tools. This thing, we've been putting down these on each farm. We don't have enough money for it. Let's... Bontapudu. Alright, well, we're going to need some money, so let's go sell something. I should probably level it out, huh? Whatever. See if any more spawn. Alright. So we're going to sell all this stuff. See if the temple will give us a good price for it. I hope it will. I think we might need to upgrade our truck, because we're struggling even like with just regular loads. So we're gonna have to upgrade our truck at some point. But that's okay. Boop. 62 grand. Thank you. So now we have definitely enough money for it. Hey, Will, welcome in. Welcome in. I always appreciate just coming in, and always appreciate the lurking. Don't worry about it. We love anybody in here. All right. So now that I have enough money to do something simple like putting down a small shop thing. That's nowhere near close enough. I just noticed that the license plate on the front of this thing is hanging. Like it's not solid. Alright, so where were we? We were over here. We're gonna put down a... What are we doing? This thing. The fix your vehicle trigger. And I'm gonna slide it in right here like it was meant to be here. Because it was meant to be there. And then we're going to come over here. Okay, I'll go over in the back. And we'll switch this thing up to be a bale trailer. Customize, yes. Now the reason we're doing that is we need to bring rice pallets to the rice truck, to the rice planter thing, which is probably going to need to be refilled soon. And since we have 2 rice greenhouses on this property, see the rice greenhouses? Fancy, fancy. I switched up. These are my special rice greenhouses, in case anyone's wondering. With automatic water and side by side with spawn points on the outsides, which is great. I think that's such a good feature. I love that feature. And now we can come over here. Whoops. Drive into the rice field. You're supposed to turn around in the field. You have like the best turning around of any vehicle. Oh, are you loading? Oh, I got close to you, so you started loading. All right, now they're loaded up. We'll wait here for them to be done. I don't mind. But we're planting that rice field. And that's all we wanted to do today. The only thing I did with this farm is I took down the silo, put down my version of the silo in its place, moved it over a little bit, and then put a fermenting version of the silo right there. And this is the rice farm silo. And then I have a red version of my fieldwork fill station. And then we have the grass fields here. And all of this is ready to go. So as you can see, I've mowed a lot. We did a lot of mowing. We still don't own this field. But I think if I look at it nicely, it's going to create some weirdness to create this into like a... It's going to create kind of like a wall along the road. But I think I'll be able to flatten it out and create a big, huge field here. I'm really hoping. Yeah, I think so. It'll go down in some places, go up in some other places, but I think it'll all work out. So yeah, all we did with this farm is we replaced the greenhouses with my greenhouses. This is just a regular tarp greenhouse. What we're going to grow here, actually, we have to set that up. So let's set that up right now. Open the door. Let's go in. Let's turn this one. So this one, we're going to focus on the stuff that we're not, all the other stuff that we need to make kimchi and whatnot. So if we look at the productions that are available, there's a canning factory. We're going to make canned green beans, canned kimchi, which, so to make jarred green beans, it's just green beans. Canned peas, just, we're going to do these. We'll buy the canning factory. But to make kimchi, we need Napa cabbage, garlic, spring onions, and chili peppers. All things we can make in this greenhouse. And then to make noodle soup, we'll probably make the rice flour noodle soup, because we're going to make rice. We're going to need eggs, so we're going to need chickens. All right? We're not going to worry about the beetroot or carrots or parsnips. That's boring. We'll bag up the rice to sell the rice. That sounds like a great idea. We will box up the other rice. We'll sell that. We'll make some rice rolls. We might bag up our spinach. So we're going to be using the canning factory a lot once we can afford it. But this one is the kicker. To make kimchi, we're going to need Napa cabbage, garlic, spring onion, chili peppers. So that's what this greenhouse is for. So this one is here, and this one is here. So we're going to do owned. So the rice, the medium one, we're going to do chili peppers, activate, and garlic, activate, and water. That's already activated. And spring onion. No, we'll do spring onion and cabbage in the other one. All right. No, we need way more Napa cabbage than everything else. So this one is going to be chili peppers, garlic, and spring onion. 3 recipes, all activated. And then the large one is just going to make cabbage. Booyah. Activate. So within our farm here, we're going to make everything to be able to fill up the canning factory with lots of good stuff. But we're going to grow. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, that's cool. The spring onions for sure. I don't know what the other stuff is. Well, the spring onions are probably no. These are garlic. Those are garlic. These are spring onions, and that one has got to be chili. But the bush is going to be chili peppers. That's cool. I haven't grown these before, so this is my first time. I don't actually know what to do. And then up here, oh my goodness, we're growing a heck of a lot of cabbage. Hell yes. So, and the cabbage will all come up here. It's all going to be stacked. It's all going to be like using my stacking logic. No, the spawn palette stack mod is not out yet. I don't have it ready yet. I'm sorry. That's my fault. I understand. I will do what I can to get that going. Water, water, water. Okay, all of these things are water. Water is on. The fermenter should be done. Nope. We actually got 95,000 liters of grass around this farm when we mowed the grass. That's not that bad. Not that bad. Now, do we have enough money to buy another piece of land? Pitter platter, pitter patter. So we can't buy this one. 182. That's a lot. 265. That's a lot. But this one also comes with a big forest. Sorry, I just put my headphones on. This one also comes with a really big forest. So I don't know what we can do with that. But it comes with the downhill part too. So, I mean, how can I leverage that? Right? Because if we sink this side and then use like this is the low point and go all the field all the way up to here, we're gonna have like a wall over here, and we have this big hill. We could plant grass on this hill, like grass field. We could extend this grass field up and around and over the hill. That would be kind of cool. The trees do make pallets for veggies. Yep, you're right. We could extend this grass field and we could plant more grass and do it up and over the hill after we do this. What I'd like to do is actually, once we turn this into a rice field, like put in some walls, because this cliffside is pretty steep. So I would like to see some walls, kind of like the walls that are here. I like the walls that are here, or these like rock walls. I'm gonna have to get some decorative rocks and make a rock wall. I think that would be kind of cool. Kind of mirror this side over here. And then this grass is almost ready. We don't own it yet, but it's almost ready. And then over here, I think we have some other kind of negligible crop that I don't care about. This is oat. Okay, so we have oats here, which of course we'll just have to sell. And then we have spinach here, which we have the equipment for. So we don't have a harvester for this. We might have to lease one, but we need a weeder. Where is it? Do I have a weeder? Do I own a weeder? No. I don't own a weeder. Let's get a weeder. Did they drive off the field again? You know what? I don't think Courseplay really understands rice fields. And I don't know if the game can just catch up. Let's find out. If I just put you right here, can you just take over? No, you can't. No, you can't. Because you're going to try to go that way. And the field direction is not that way. Okay. Where are you going? You're doing courseplay right now. No, that's not right. Who knew it was so hard to plant rice? There we go. All right. Now they're planting rice appropriately. Let's run ahead and bring our truck close to where they turn around so they can fill up on rice saplings. I did redo all of the rice fields, and I made them all just a little bit bigger. This one wasn't a rice field before, it was a regular crop field. But I did make these ones, whoops, up here. Made these ones over here just a little bit bigger. Just a tad. I tried. It's kind of frustrating to place the rice fields. I'd never done it before, but it's very frustrating. All right, let's get a weeder. And we can weed that field. Do we have a weeder? Let's look in our weeders. I don't think I downloaded any weeders. I always forget where the weeders are. The new organization method for all this stuff is just asinine. I like the old categories. Who else is with me on that? Let me know in the chat if you like the old categories and hate the new ones. I can't even find weeders. How hard is this? Subsolators, mulchers, seeding, stone pickers. Yield improvements. There it is, weeders. We're going to get this one. We're going to buy it. And then we're going to get our little tractor, which is not so little anymore. I did see that somebody released, there's 2 different versions of the front hydraulic thing. There's a new one called the uni hydraulic. Which is pretty cool. Actually, do I own this field? I don't even know if I own it. No, it's owned by Noah. Is there a weeding contract for Noah's field here? 34? It's going to be mine eventually, but let's see if there's a weeding contract for... No, there isn't. Is this a $22,000 weeding contract? Is there anything over near me and not on the other side of the map? Well, I'll take my weeder and go over there to start this contract. Just for something to do. While we plant our rice. And then go into the next month and see what's going to happen in the next month. We got lots of stuff happening. Lots of new things to do. Now we have 2 farms to take care of. Slightly different equipment. There's a few things we've replicated and duplicated. Like we have a plow on both farms. That made sense. You know, this field right here would also make a good rice field. It's pretty flat, right? Not that field. Not those fields, but this field right here would make a good rice field. I mean, any of these big fields would make good rice fields, but and we're gonna have to get a harvester anyways to harvest the long grain rice, so we'll do that eventually. One thing I need some help with, if you guys can figure this out, let me know what you guys think, either in base game or not. What brand would you think is a kind of Asian centric? Like Aseki, obviously, but like what brand of harvester should we get? What brand makes sense in Asia? I really don't know. Looks like the AI got to planting. I didn't plant any of this stuff. That just planted everything to here. Oh, is this another one of those stupid things where the game doesn't have any idea what's going on? Yeah, it is. Cool. This is a bug in the game. I'm seriously gonna Kubota, but there's no Kubota harvester. Oh, you know what? I could use a Kubota tractor with the swather harvester attachment, and I believe the harvester swather attachment, the BC Bueller one, I believe that one does rice. I'll have to double check that. So this is a bug in the game, and I'm really sick of this bug. I think it's just idiotic. But for some reason, the game says that you can have a crop that's invisible and you can have weeds that are invisible. So this field has weeds, but you can't see it, right? You can't see the weeds. So how are you going to know which part of the field you've weeded, right? That doesn't make sense. So, but the way the game calculates it for some stupid reason is it allows weeds to grow on the same day you plant crops. Technically, I would say, just for usability, you probably shouldn't start planting growing weeds until the second month, until they start sprouting, and then you can actually see the crop and see the weeds. But for some reason, all of the you can actually get weeding contracts. You can get the other type of weeding contract. What's it called? What's the other type of weeding contract? It's called a hoeing contract. You can get hoeing contracts on fields that have nothing in them. Nothing at all. Oh, here, this is Noah's field. He had a hoeing contract, even though the thing says weeds. So, okay, fine. We're going to take care of the weeds on our side because it's important. And we'll go up to the JCB for this one. We're still going to go over to our other farm, but we don't own all of it yet, so we're going to have to slowly own that over time, because I prioritize buying trees over buying land. But I can cut down this entire forest if I want, so that's positive, right? Well, this thing is tippy. I will be surprised if I make it over there without flipping this thing. I don't remember this vehicle being this tippy. I think they updated the maybe there's an update and it updated the suspension. Look at this, it's like super tippy. So what crop should I plant here? It's ready to plant, ready to seed. We have the seeder out, ready to go. What crop should I plant? It's got to be something we can use the canning factory for, and we can harvest with that root crop harvester we have. So maybe like red beets or something. Here, do you know how to get places yet? I don't even know if the AI can do this. Can you drive here? Create job. No, go to right here. Start job. Figure it out. So like this field is already planted. Like what should we do? Like let's look at the construction. So if we're gonna buy the canning factory, we'll do preserved beetroot, preserved carrots, or parsnips. I say red beets. Red beets sounds like an Asian thing to do. I'm gonna do red beets. Red beets. There we go. There we go. We're gonna plant some red beets. This guy has no idea how to get there. He should have figured it out by now. I'm gonna have to drive him myself. Seki and Kubota, same machine, different colors. That makes sense. Well, then we'll have to, maybe the next farm can be, the main farm can be like a Kubota farm. But Kubota doesn't make a harvester, so we're gonna have to figure something out. We could always turn a harvester into a Kubota harvester. Like we could use like Omatana's harvester and just paint it with a Kubota paint job. Or the Colossus harvester and paint it with a Kubota paint job. Or we could like take the something like not remotely close, like the Rostelmash harvester. There's a couple Rostelmash harvesters on like third-party sites. We could take one of those harvesters and turn one of those into a Kubota harvester. Kubota paint scheme, Kubota logos and stuff. That'd be kind of a cool project. Is Kubota Agco? Because then we just use the Agco harvester. I really don't know if Kubota is Agco or not. I doubt it. They might be. Doesn't Case sell Kubota parts? Or is that just Rusty's dealership? I thought Case sold Kubota parts. No, it's Japanese. Okay. I mean, it sounds Japanese. Generate. Go. Alright, have fun. Now I'm going to finish the rice field because Courseplay doesn't know how. Oh, actually, Courseplay does know how. It just ran out of product. My parents have a Kubota, but they have one of like the little like Kubota side-by-side things. So I don't know if you really... I mean, it's a Kubota. It's actually... Oh, look at that. I used up exactly the right number of pallets. Put course display back on. Hopefully we had enough rice. I think we have enough rice. It is doing a headland, so it's going to use the most on a headland, but I think now we have 3 rice fields. So now, I think with the rice fields, what we have to do is every month that we sleep, we're going to have to keep an eye on those rice fields. We're going to have to keep an eye on the rice fields to make sure, or the rice, yeah, all the rice fields to make sure they have enough water. So we may need to come back here to the pump and be like, yo, and hit flood again. I think. That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard, but I've never done it before, so I don't know. But I've heard. But that's pretty cool, right? We have 3 rice fields. That's insane. I've never done rice before, but now we are. How much is this place? Can I buy it? Let's visit the canning factory. Where is the canning factory? Canning factory. Oh, cool. This is a cool location. It's right down here by the waterfront. And there's a lime station in the parking lot of the canning factory. That doesn't make sense at all. Whose idea was that? $330,000. Holy cork. Holy moly. That's a lot. Okay. Well, whatevs. So the canning factory is going to be owned by the rice farm because the goal is to produce soup and rice soup and noodle soup. To create the rice soup, though, we need the grain mill to be able to make rice flour. We could also make rice oil if we got the oil mill. We're going to have to get into some productions and stuff like that just to be able to have something to do. Somebody finished work. Who finished work? You're not done. You're not done. Oh, this guy's done. All right, well. We planted rice. I mean, it looks pretty good. Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna leave it. It's close enough. Now, can I unload this thing? Because we're not gonna want to keep these rice saplings like all year. I can't unload it. Nope. I can't unload it. Can I unload it now? Nope. All right. Well, we're just going to hide this. We're going to hide this in the back of this garage right here. This is the hidden rice garage. And we'll put the harvester in here too once we get a harvester. We're not going to get a harvester right now because, well, we don't need it. How's our sawmill doing? I was thinking of turning this into multiplayer and actually separating it so I have 2 farms. I still might do that so that I can kind of keep the farms separate. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's actually put that up to vote. That's a good voting topic. There's 12 people here. Hey everybody, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Should we? So the goal of this whole challenge. The goal of this challenge is the Can You Survive challenge. So one of the requirements, and the rules are down below in the description if you haven't seen them. But one of the goals is to create 3 farms on the map. And those 3 farms are supposed to remain separate, and they're supposed to each have one thing that they output. Right? So this farm is going to be like the rice and kimchi farm. And then the other farm is outputting mushrooms and the greenhouses up there, and then all of the other weird products like peas and yada yada yada. We'll also eventually can some of those things just to make a little bit extra money when selling them, but once we get the canning factory, we'll just deal with that. And then that other farm is also dealing with the lumber production side of things. So the lumber production side of things is going to be taking care of the, what's it called? Temple, right? The temple. So, and then the middle farm, what we're going to do here is actually go here, and we're going to go here. And then the middle farm, which is this one right here, we're going to buy this farm eventually. And we're going to own all of these big fields here in the middle. We'll probably end up merging these 3 fields into one, merging this field into one, merging these 2 fields into one, merging these 2 fields into one. Eventually, we're going to own the whole map. But we will own a lot of the big crop fields in the lower plains area will all be owned by this farm, and we'll be doing lots of like cereal crop type farming, and maybe we'll get the cereal factory while we're there. This farm is going to do the rice and whatnot. Whether or not we actually use some of these big square fields here for this farm so we can do a really big rice field, I think that would be kind of cool, like a big long grain rice field right here. Like take this really flat area here, turn that into big long grain rice. I think that'd be kind of cool. It's a little bit far away for this farm, but whatever. So I'm gonna sell some stuff. Another 22 grand. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think, whether we should actually do multiplayer, like set up multiplayer farms. It'll be a little bit more to manage and a little bit more to set up and stuff. But I mean, we're going to be on this map for 500 hours, so we might want to organize things. But it's just easier to jump around to other farms if it's all just one set of money. You know what I mean? And that way I don't have to spend much time like transferring funds between farms or something silly like that. I think that would be... I don't think that would be fun. All right, so we're gonna bring some of the roof tiles, the roof plates, I think they're called. Sell them up here, and then take the rest of them across town and sell those. And then we can go to the next day, because that's pretty much all we're doing today. That and that weeding contract. I think that the cedar is done, because I got 2 finished work things. The the seeder, the planter that's planting the red beets. That's all done. That's cool. So we can plant some red beets, which is great. We have planted red beets. And then the last thing to do is to make a little bit more money by selling these things. The fog is like pervasive on this map. It's too much. Too much. Whoa. Too much. The one thing about splitting the funds, and actually, Rusty, welcome. Thanks for being here. There's a vote in the chat. If you could pretty please take a look at that. Let me know what you think. I'm trying to decide whether I should set up multiplayer and do multiple farms so that I can have like one farm for like the 3 farms that I'm having on this map. That I can kind of keep the money separate or whatever. What I might just do is get everyone's balance to 0 or my balance to 0 and then split everything up. I'll have to do some finagling of the XML to transfer land ownership and stuff like that, but we'll see. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, Rusty. Thanks for being here. I haven't been on this map for a while. And so I actually, when I was sick last week, I was doing a little bit of like trying to like get back into this map and trying to get back into like trying to decide what I want to do with it and trying to decide how I want to, where I want to take it, what I want to do. That's when I started doing the logging and the forestry stuff. I did a lot of that off stream just because it's not that glamorous. But made a lot of money selling all the wood and pallets and stuff like that. Enough to be able to buy the let's buy the thing. Here we go, 107 grand. I don't think that's enough to buy either of those 2 fields that I want to buy. I want to buy the grass field first. But I think I made it come with a lot of forest. Here, let's do this. We're going to go over here real quick and go to this guy, enter vehicle, tell him to turn on the afterburner, go back to our truck, afterburner enabled. You know what I want to do? I've never done this before. I'm going to take the highway back. I don't think I've ever gone on the highway on this map. We got nothing to do. Let's do that. While I get stuck on a little teeny tiny pebble. Farm sim physics. Let's go take the highway back. I've never actually driven on the highway, I don't think. I wonder if a big rig is too big to take on the highway. See, one of the things I was hoping was going to be buildable as a buildable asset is that this thing right here, that octagonal temple thing right there. I was really hoping that was going to be a buildable asset on this map. But it's not. I should make it a placeable asset so I can at least use it. But it's not buildable, so. Alright, we're going to take the highway. Speed limit is 50. Someone needs to come out with a bridge road kit where you can use splines to make bridges. Which I'm sure how Giants made this one. But that would be pretty awesome if they ever came up with that. And then there's an exit for the Hutan Pantai temple. That's kind of cool. I've honestly never been up here. 50 on a... That speed limit said 50 on this ramp. There is no way you should be doing this ramp at 50. Why does that say end? Hold on, what is this? What is this billboard for? End the nightmare. End the nightmare. Burn down. It's too late. Revitron herbicide. That was a herbicide billboard. I've never seen that before. That's good. Oh my gosh, I can't see anything. This fog is ridiculous. In retrospect, I parked this that trailer in a pretty bad spot. All right. This guy is... How'd he do? Did he do a good job? Mostly. Missed a big spot over there. And then we had to roll all these fields. Do we even own a roller? I don't think we own a roller. We have lots of fields to roll. You remembered after I converted the Dutes that had the headlights on. Yeah, I had a mod that I converted recently that I'm still in the middle of converting because I'm not very good at converting mods. That has headlights that are always on. Okay, I don't think I have a roller. We're gonna have to buy a roller. I'm hoping I have one on here. Converting is pretty safe, the fifth one. I have a fast track that I want to convert. that I was given permission to convert. All right, so let's do this. And let's look for rollers. Do we have any rollers on here? Yes, we do. We have the one that I want. The cloud and GE? What does that mean? I don't understand those words together. You use the word cloud and you use the word GE in the same sentence. So, Keith, you're going to have to tell me what that means. Oh, okay. The automatic file open mod thing that they added. Yeah. I can remember that. I've never used it. Mainly because it never worked very well. Needs rolling. Oh, only that needs rolling? Needs lime, needs plowing. That's mulch. These two need lime. None of these needed rolling. That's interesting. Okay. Well, I just bought a roller for no reason. That's fantastic. I'm so glad that I spent money on a roller for no reason. And now I have to find somewhere to put it with no storage space. I need another shed. It uses AI in the cloud to convert mods? What? I mean, I can see how that's logical. Is that built into GE? If it's built in, I'm going to be amazed. Is this fertilizer? Yep. Okay, we need a fertilizer spreader then. Did I get the new version? I did. Extension. Small. Big. Spreader system. Buy. Yes. It's more like link to a server. That's cool. I'll have to check that out. I did not know that that was a thing or a feature or something that could exist. So I will definitely have to check that out. I wonder how many mods are coming to ModHub where people are just randomly converting stuff and they don't have rights to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure that's going to be a big problem. I'm actually surprised that people haven't tried to, like, steal and re-release or, like, try to upload to ModHub some of the mods that I made for 22. I've had lots of requests for them, but I haven't had anyone actually try to do the work. Probably because people don't understand it, because none of them are normal mods. Okay, this is... Okay. That's one way to do it. I know there's lots of converted mods on like king mods and stuff. You know what I mean? Where people are just converting stuff for fun. I don't even go on those sites anymore. Unless I'm looking for something for myself. Like, I'm sure there's lots of people doing that. That's always been a problem. But I just don't have the effort or energy anymore, right? I really don't. And then you see a lot of the problems that where people are just not thinking. Kind of like giants, like this machine. It should have a double triangle spreading system, spreading pattern on the ground. But it has a single pattern, a single triangle, because they didn't take the time to update the work areas for when you have the arms. It's kind of lazy. Out of King Mod's link to Mod Hub, that's pretty good. Oh, you know what I realized? Somebody was asking me the other day. I forget who. Oh, it was Mark Haythorne White, our good friend who makes the time saving stock check. He's actually really close to 1 million downloads. So go download it a couple more times. Help him get to 1 million. He's really close to 1 million downloads. So great job, Mark. And he was asking me where I am. And I haven't checked in a while. And so I went back and I checked. And I was surprised. I'm actually currently sitting at like 2.1 million downloads between FS22 and 25. And then I actually calculated it out for 25, for FS25, for the 3 or 4 mods that I currently have on FS25. I'm at 870 some odd thousand downloads. That's pretty good, considering I haven't put out a mod in like 8 months, something like that. January, February, something like that, I think was the last time I put out a mod. So that's pretty good. Proud of myself for that. Nice, congrats. And I was actually happy to see, Keith, that you were able to get the Dutes out quickly, or relatively quickly, you know, considering Giants' stupid policies, relatively quickly for 25. So good job on that. Yeah, I was pretty happy to see that it got some love. Why does it say needs lime, but oh, there it is. I was like, why is it not showing that I'm actually doing it? That sucks. Oh, our weeder is almost done. As soon as the weeder's done, we can move to the next day. $7.37. I guess that makes sense that I don't have to like roll any of these crops because they're all like root crops kind of thing. They're either root or surface crops. Oh yeah. No, so the green screen, I have, my camera has tracking now. So depending on where I'm sitting, whether I'm centered or not, is whether or not the green screen is going to cover. And it's actually, I have the green screen pretty far behind me. So when I move it closer, I can stay within the green screen more. I just had it pushed all the way back. Something should be refueled. What? Yeah, it does. It looks a little funny. Just because, like, the green screen, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. I can't, it's hard to turn off. But the green screen is, I kind of show you. Proper. No. Cancel. Filters. So the green screen is this. It's just like a sheet thing behind me. See it? That's why it has corners. That's why it's like that. I don't keep the green screen on during the day. I like take it off the stand and put it on the other side of the room. It's not really appropriate to have a green screen for work. The rounded corners are definitely to blame. So I have to have it pretty close to me. Like it's kind of right up against the back of my chair when I'm playing, so that when I move around, it doesn't stop. But the I'm really happy with the AI tracking camera. I have used for the longest time, and I actually have to update the links at the bottom of the video. I used to have this, so I was using like an older like a 2010 2011 Sony micro four thirds digital camera, which happened to have an HDMI out, like a micro HDMI or something like that, something weird. And so I was using that as my video camera because it allowed me to put like an actual like camera lens on it. Right. And so I was using that as a video camera for a while, and it recently crapped out. Probably because I left it on for, 5 years and almost never turned it off. So either the power supply went out or the camera went out. I don't know which. I haven't taken the time to diagnose it. So I end up getting a new camera, and the one I have is called the OBS Bot. That's the name of the camera. The OBS Bot. Nope, wrong button. OBS Bot Tiny 2. And so it's this little teeny tiny camera that has a gimbal in it. And because it has a gimbal, it's a motorized gimbal, right? And the motorized gimbal allows it to track my movements, which is a lot what allows me to move side to side and not be kind of stuck. Before, when I would move side to side in my chair, like I kind of move around when you're sitting in a chair for a long time, you move around. I would end up like being out of frame. And so I spent a lot of time like focusing on how I looked on the frame to keep myself in frame. Right now the AI is off, and I have to turn it back on. Sometimes it decides to shut itself off. But now I just let the AI deal with it. And it keeps me in frame, which is pretty handy. But it's the OBS Bot Tiny 2. It's not very expensive. It was like $180 or something like that. I saved up some money from all of you wonderful people as subscribers, and because you guys help keep this channel running, and also allowed me to replace my camera. So all the people who actually look down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and even the special people, the AI, all our AI members who keep this channel going, it's your sponsorship and your slight, very inexpensive support of this channel that allowed me to replace my camera without really worrying about it, which was nice. Oh, the other thing is, speaking of money and the support I get, I actually found out today after I questioned Giants about it. I was like, hey, where's my money? Fool. They said that the on Giants, like the rewards page, they said that they've actually sent me money for the past 9 months. And I went and checked my bank account, plural, and the bank account that it was linked to it didn't get anything. And I'm like, well, that's dumb. So I texted ModHub through the ModHub support channel, and they're like, oh yeah, well, we tried to give you money, and every month it just came back to me. I'm like, well, that means you owe me a lot of back money, right? Like, they owe me quite a bit of back pay for all of the mod downloads and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. But I had to set up a new payment method. I'm using Wise, WISE, which is a service that allows you to accept payments, but they don't really hold the money. You have to take it out right away. But they work internationally, so it allows me to accept international payments, which is handy dandy. All right, there we go. It started to rain. I hate the rain, so we're going to go to the next month. But we will collect on this. Collect. I'm trying to not, like, spend all my day doing contracts. That just gets boring. So we'll see which ones are still there later. So this is the one that needs to be fueled. So let's head to the gas station. I was getting a warning up in the top right saying this tractor should be refueled. So we're going to have to go refuel this one. And since we spent all our money on a roller that we don't even need, we'll eventually need it. We now don't have enough money to buy that land. I'm going to go to pump 3. Boopity boop 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 boop. All fueled up. Let's get her on home. Thank you very much, Keith. It's been a long time. I didn't realize that this year, but I've been streaming here on YouTube for almost 4 years now. I will find out soon enough, Keith. Supposedly it's not much, but the one thing that was killing me is that, like, Giants doesn't send payments very much, and it's not very much money. And so they sent me my first payment to my old bank account, to like my regular, like, Bank of America or whatever bank account. And I got charged like a $15 international money transfer fee, right? $15. And like they were sending me like a check for $20. And then they took $15 out of it. So I only got $5. I was like, that's stupid. And so then I switched it over to a different bank that supposedly didn't have any international wire transfer fees. But apparently that bank also, I found out later, doesn't accept international transfers. And then they went out of business, and then they closed my account. And it's just been sitting there trying to transfer to an empty, closed account for like 9 months. And I haven't even like bothered to check into it because I've been avoiding ModHub like the plague. So when I went back in like a week ago, I was like, oh, look, I haven't checked in on this stuff in a while. Oh, look, I already had a roller. Okay, now I have 2 rollers. See, I already had a roller right here. That's what I get for not looking. Anyways, we'll see what Wise's fees are. I don't know what they're going to be. If it doesn't work, then I'll switch to another vendor. I'll find somewhere. I just want to get the money from Giants without losing half of it to fees. That's the trick, is trying to figure that out. Oh, thanks, G-Meister. Oh, look at the rice. That's awesome. Okay. Now we have to flood it, right? Water level 0, water level too low, flood field to avoid crop damage. Okay, I'll flood that field. Ooh, look, we already got some products. We have some spring onions. We have some chili peppers, and we have some garlic. Ooh, sweet. We also have some cabbages. Cabbages. Look at all the cabbages. I'm going to not touch them because then they'll stack properly. We have more rice saplings, but we don't actually need rice saplings because our fields are already planted. Flood. This growth stage of rice is like hyper green. Look how green it is. It's crazy. It's super green. Flood. Boop. Flood. All right. Well, I flooded my fields. We only have $11,000, so we don't have enough money to buy land. This Noah's field is doing good, I guess. I want to buy land, though, because I want to buy this grass field before it gets, like... before the AI tries to mow it. I want to buy this field so I can mow it and make some money. And this field got planted with green beans. I don't own that field yet, but whatever. This one has grass. Okay, I planted that one, I think. All right. This farm, I think, is all set. So we've handled the rice. I don't think we have to do anything more for the rice. We did all 4 rice fields. Let's look and see what it looks like on the chart. I don't actually know anything about rice, so let's go away. Growth. Okay, so they're all this like light growth stage. This grass field is in its like 3rd growth stage. This one's ready to harvest. We don't own those yet. These are all growing. So let's jump over to this farm and see how this farm's doing. So let's jump over right here. Visit. And it faced me away. Okay. I can't see anything because of the fog. But we have spinach growing here. Some nice looking spinach growing here. We've got green beans growing here. Some very strange multi-terrain angle going on there. We've got peas growing here. And we need to weed those. We need to set up the weeder on those weeds. And then over here, we got tons of stuff growing today. This is really awesome. I love like that first month after you plant because there's so much to do. And then we got red beets going here with some really bad wonky. And this is the only one that got weeds was the it looks like the only one that got weeds was the green beans. Huh. That's interesting. I think this because the other two I plowed. I think. Tangerine. I've never heard of tangerine. I did apply for. I've tried applying at a couple other random like, you know, online only banks. Like same idea, same concept. There was a couple online only banks that I applied for. But was not approved. I think it was because I was applying for a business loan, not a personal loan. I'm gonna leave that there. this guy, we're gonna just teleport. This thing's too tippy to not teleport. And then, oh, this field is ready to mow, so we can mow this field. We can mow on this side of the planet. Actually, if we're gonna mow on this side of the planet, we should be doing this. We should switch tractors. Because if we're gonna mow, we should mow with the JCB. Or rather, they're both JCBs. We should mow with the one with four-wheel steering. It'll be our first time mowing with a Batwing over here, so... We put this guy on the weeder, weeding that big field. I think honestly, I'm actually happy that I now have 2 farms because there's more to do, and I can like not do as many contracts. That's one thing I think kind of drives me away from playing, I guess. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but like I've been kind of like not, I don't know if upset's the right word, but just not grooving with farm sim lately. And I think part of it is that like whenever I start a new save game, like, or a new map or whatever, I always end up like spending a lot of time contracting. And I mean, I did make the contract boost mod, like that's, I like contracting. I like doing contracts, but it's very repetitive. And in all honesty, that repetitiveness is kind of annoying. So like I got kind of, it burns me out a little bit, I guess. And this is not fully grown. This is not ready to harvest. This is growth 3 out of 4. So that we're too early. So this field is not ready. By the way, I added this. This is the farmland info, the field farmland. What's it called? Additional field info mod. I fixed the additional field info mod to add the growth stage for grass to show you when it's growth stage 3 out of 4, because it didn't work the way it didn't work normally. Let's sell some wood. But yeah, I haven't checked out Tangerine. I'd have to check it out. I don't really want to open another account, but if it's what I need to be able to get a wire transfer from, and it's not just a wire transfer, like Giants refuses to do normal everyday wire transfers, ACH wire transfers. They are doing these like weird, like Swift banking wire transfers where you need like a Swift and an IBAN number and all kinds of weird stuff. And it's like, okay. Wait, hold on. Where am I doing? Here, that's what I want to look. Nothing else is going to spawn. plenty of wood. That's it for today. Yeah, Swift BIC stuff. And for whatever reason, that's like an old way of doing things. And most modern banks are like, that's dumb. Why don't they just do a regular ACH transfer? They're like, that's easier for us. And a lot of banks don't support that kind of outdated. I don't know if it's out. Actually, I don't know if it's outdated. It might not be outdated. It might just be different. But anyways, it's a different type of transfer. So trying to find a bank that'll do it without charging you up the butt for it is crazy and hard. So we'll see if the Wise, WIZE, will work out. I don't know if they will, but we can hope. I wonder if there's any like in the mod hub. Just like thinking. Remember I was talking about trailer? I want like this kind of trailer, but for a big rig. I don't think there are any semi trailers, like a rock hopper kind of thing. Like there's this, but I don't want that, and I definitely don't want this. This is asinine. Yeah, why? So you're right. WISE, not ZE. I said W. Yeah. I don't know. I was actually like searching for, like I did a Google search for the current Swift number that was in because I didn't know which bank account it was going to, and then the result showed up on Wise, and then Wise was like, "Oh, do you want to open an account?" And I'm like, "Oh, sure, why not?" All right, so we need like a semi trailer rock hopper thing. Save. All right, let's look on Mod Hub. I haven't looked on Mod Hub in a while. How's Mod Hub doing? Is anyone actually keeping up to date with mods? I'm not. I don't even bother anymore. The only thing I keep up to date with is Looney's reviews of all the crossplay mods. And if for the most part, I don't actually look at any of them. I see that he's doing reviews. And then I like, okay. All right, we got a couple here. So we got the Schwarzmuller. We've been using Schwarzmuller trailers for a lot of stuff actually, but that's an eyesore. Cover, wheel brand, wheel, body color, chassis color. Oh, lots of customization. So we've been using the Schwarzmuller ones because the other two trailers we have are Schwarzmuller. That's a good one. How much is this one? It's three wheels. It does have wheel configuration, so I don't know if it's gonna have off-road tires, but it might. 28,000 liters. This one is similar, 26,000 liters. Rim, lid, mud flaps, ladder. So 1:1 scale real model. It does not have tire configurations. Okay. The more smaller one looks like it's going to be the winner. And that's it. There's only two. And Giants complains that there's too many mods. So stupid. Let's get this one, I guess. 60 grand, 28,000 liters. Schwarzmuller. Yes. Oh, this is the new mod. I'm going to get this one out soon. That's going to be the new one. The trim silo dialogue. It's pretty simple. It just trims your silo dialogue. It's like batshit simple. And I don't actually have money in the game to buy that trailer, but we're going to at least look at it. See, look, I have this picture of the game, right? It shows the highway It shows this, like, this thing right here. This building. This building is not on the map. This building should be right where that farm is. There should be a pagoda-style building where this farm is right here. Right here, where this farm is, there should be a pagoda-style building. Why is there no pagoda-style building there actually in the game? And then if we look further ahead, there's this really nice kind of old-school red farmhouse building with the peaked roofs right there above where the shop is. So where's that? Like, nice painting and all, and this is obviously a painting, but it doesn't reflect what's actually in the game. And like, this open plain here would look so much better with a few trees and bushes and stuff like that, like it has here in this artistic rendering. It would look so much better, but it doesn't have that stuff. It's just kind of open and blah. Modders keep the testers employed. Yeah, well, they do. That doesn't mean that they're actually doing a good job. It just means that they're doing a job. All right, back to the truck. We have 44 grand. We don't have enough for that trailer we just downloaded. We're gonna have to buy this on the Japanese farm because I mean, look at it, it's awesome. Here's the new trailer. Let's see what kind of configuration options we got here. That's not bad. Wheel setup. Give me off-road tires. No, the wheel again. Like all the Schwarzmiller. I had to edit the last one I used too. I'll edit it. I'll put the off-road tires on there. The only thing it changes is the rims. Like the tires don't change, the rims change. I want to have off-road rims. Logo. Oh, that's cool. I like the simple one. Side guard, sure. Water tank? No. Toolbox? No. Flappy flap muds? Sure. Cover? No. Chassis color, black. Main color, hella black. Cover color, gray, if we ever get it. See, that's not too bad. Chassis color could be this gray. No, this chassis color should be black. So it's going to cost me 64 grand. I only have 44 grand. But this is what we'll use for stones. And we're weeding this thing pretty effectively. That's working out. This is not ready to mow. We could pull some more trees down if we wanted to, but that thing, I'll have to check what Keith said to see if the that one little change is gonna need. And then we have to look here. This field, which is the one I want to buy, 182 grand. Where am I gonna get 182 grand? Outside of like cutting down half this forest. Well, I own the forest, so I might as well. Oh, let's check our time-saving stock check. And see if we have any money lying around that we forgot about. And apparently we do. Oh my goodness. We've got 2 million liters of silage sitting around we could sell. Sounds good. We got 251,000 liters of digestate sitting around. And that's good. All right, let's do that. Let's go sell some stuff. And I'm not even using the wheel. I should be using my wheel, but I haven't been using the wheel very much lately. Remind me next time that I should be using my wheel when I'm playing Farm Sim. I prefer using the wheel, but I started late tonight, so next week when I'm feeling completely better, I'll use the wheel. Thanks, Keith. Jerk. That's not what I meant. This one. There's no like middle ground. It's either unrealistic or unrealistic. It's either ridiculous or ridiculous. The animation for this one, I really like the animation for this roll up tarp thing. Such a cool animation. Well, it's a good thing that little fence is right behind the trash cans, or else I totally would have hit them. Maybe we can buy that rock hopper today after all. I mean, it fills pretty fast, but you know, I'm filling up 1,000,000 liters, so it'll take a minute. I really want to use this mower again. Oh, let's see what the vote said. What did the vote say? So let's end the poll. I'm ending the poll now. I don't know how long it's been open for. It's been open for a while. The vote was 83% said yes, I should use separate multiple farms to separate the funds, equipment, and productions. Okay. I can do that. I will do that. Yep. So before next time we come back to this map, I'm not sure when we'll come back to it, but before next time, I will create multiple farms. I'll create the 3 farms that we need. And I'll transfer farmlands and ownership and all that kind of stuff. And then next time we'll have to switch farms. But like we'll probably like do like, you know, we'll start in the morning and do one farm and go to the next one and the other farm. And I'll set myself as a contractor to each farm. So I can still jump between machines, but it'll keep the ownership of stuff the right way. And so I do have my fill stations on this map. And if I sell the silage at my fill stations, I just make an absolute killing. And because it just makes it this gameplay go very, very fast, I'm gonna stop selling at my fill stations, just because the extra profit just makes it, I'll own the whole map and then I'll be bored. So we're gonna I want to struggle a little bit more than we do. So we're gonna come in here and sell the silage at the animal dealer, which is just a normal sell point built into the map. That's going to take a hot minute to sell. I mean, look at it. It's like not moving at all. I do like the animation on this thing. The way it opens up. And it has like a stepped, like a multi-part extension thing, which is pretty cool. I like that. So nothing else has weeds, right? Since we have the weeder out, we might as well check. Nothing else has weeds. It has weeds around the edges. That's kind of strange. I can fix that, I think. Why is there a weed around the edges? That's super weird. A 3-stage hydraulic ramp. Oh, thank you for naming what I noticed. I didn't know the name of it. Thank you very much. Question is will running around the outside actually fix? Yeah, it's fixing it. I don't know why, like, there's a little corner somewhere that's getting weeds. Probably because I actually triggered it to grow for the first time or something. And the original field wasn't planted like that. So yeah. So instead of the 500 grand we were going to make from selling the stuff, we're going to make 240. So that's not bad. So we just made 120 grand from selling 1 million liters of silage. That's a fair price. That's the map price, so I'm not going to mess with it. And I'm going to have this guy, I'm going to just one on auto drive. How you say? What? No. Stop. Generate field work course. Field work settings, field margin, generate, start. We need one headland. truck. Wrong button. That's a fence. Get some more silage. Sell some more silage. Buy a grass field. Never said I was a good driver. Alright, that's done. This guy's almost done with his headland. And we've cleaned up all of the... almost all the weeds. That didn't get limed. It's fine, whatever. Got all the weeds cleaned up, except for that patch of weeds right there. And then we can probably get a weed contract. Let's go find one. A hoeing contract. Ooh, a mowing contract. I like this mowing contract. I've done this one a couple times. And we'll do a hoeing contract. Is there any good ones? Nope. No good ones. That's a no-brainer. All right, we need another building. We're getting too much equipment. We need to store something else. All right, let's put one over here in the dirt. Construction. We need an easy shed. A not so easy shed. We're gonna put an easy shed right here, knowing that we're burying the back wall in the mountain. Yeah, that's perfect. I actually wanted to do that. That was totally intentional. Asphalt gravel. You know what I don't understand? How are we this far into farm sim and we still don't have the round brush back yet? Like, why is there no round brush? Like, what happened to the round brush? Like, the key command is there for it. But we just don't have a round brush anymore. I don't know. Yeah, but I can't get it. Like no, like when you're painting used to have a round or a square brush, and now you can only get the round brush when you do like terrain manipulation, but you can't get it when you're painting. I don't understand why that's the case. That's just... to me that doesn't make sense. And also, Giants, why did you make a shed that has this blue shed right here, right? That whole back room of the shed, the whole back room of the shed doesn't exist. It's closed off. Like, there's a good amount of space back there. Right-clicking my mouse? What? No, that's demolition mode. Right? If I'm painting, I'm choosing gravel. Oh my gosh. Why did they change it to the button? It used to be on the V key. It used to be on the V key. And so I'm used to the keyboard command for it. Thanks, PCS World. Learn something new. That's freaking awesome. I've been like irritated because I can never get it. And apparently they just changed the keybind for it. Because they're dummies. That's amazing. Thanks you, PCS. That's awesome. Now I'm happy. Or rather, I'm not happy because they changed the keybind for it. But that means that there is a keybind for it, and I just have to find it. Wait, which field am I fertilizing? 2? Let's go this way. This is my favorite secret shortcut. Fast tracking around the map at 70 miles an hour. All right, we'll do a contract there. This guy's going to do a contract too. Mine as well. We're not doing anything else. Okay, I guess we'll go this way. The game forced me to go this way. I think at this farm right here, this one right here, we'll do a big chicken farm. Thank you. We'll do a big chicken farm a big chicken pen, I should say. And we'll do the regular farming down here. You know, corn and wheat and barley and sorghum and all the cereal crop stuff. Make flour and whatever else we can make from flour. Swathing mower. Generate fuel work course. That's fine. Start job. Nice. And we'll finish off. We'll get those contracts going. I'll just run those contracts. There's just contracts, nothing fancy. We'll finish off by selling this load over at the animal dealer. See how much money we get, and then maybe buy another farm over on buy another piece of land over in the farm, the rice area. The only one that's really critical to buy right now, I can let the NPCs manage the other crops. The only one I really want to buy right now is going to be the grass field. And then after that, it's going to be the pea field so that I can do long grain rice for next year. But I want to make sure I buy those before they're harvested so that I can profit off of the harvest. Whoops, wrong way. Totally cut the corner. All right, we'll sell that. And then while that's selling, we'll be like, okay, these are going. We're going to make almost 30 grand from those. And then over here, these are the two contracts we're doing. And the price we're going to buy this one as soon as we can afford it. We're going to buy that grass field. Boop. Yup. Buy. And then we'll buy this one next, and then we'll buy this one last. So then we'll own this whole area here. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a rice field here. And I want to buy these two right here and make a big, huge, massive rice field here. And that's going to cost a lot, but I think that would be really cool. And then I'll have to decide what to do with these fields. Oh, you know what? Are we going to have enough? I think we're going to have enough to buy the rock hound. So we need the rock trailer for this. So let's do this. The rock trailer we downloaded. She's Schwarzmüller flatbed, Schwarzmüller dumper. Got all the Schwarzmüller stuff. Boop. Now we have to recustomize it again. Logo. We'd like this the small logo. Mud flaps was yes. Cover no. Main color hello black. Chassis color black. Cover color gray. Rim color black. And $93. We have enough to buy it. Buy. Yes. Okay. So then now we have this, and I'm just gonna yeet it over here and put it underneath that like this, so we can fill up with our loading belt. And now it's already full. And when we get the truck back from selling, which it should be back, we can go take those rocks over to the other thing, and hopefully we'll be able to pull it, because it's not 70,000 liters, it's only 28,000 liters. So it should be able to pull it a lot easier. And I almost forgot, we have all of these grass areas here, like in and around the stores and around the forest and stuff like that. These are all buyable. And we can like start like trimming around the area. Like this big field here is buyable, because I said so. Like right here, 89. Boop, 64 grand. I could buy that. 87, 71 grand. This one over here, this whole section here, 120 grand. Right? I could buy these areas and I could mow the crap out of them. And then this one right here on the side of the highway is 18 grand. So we could buy those and add some more grass work to our trimming list as we drive around the map in weird cool mowers and cut all of the extra grass in between things to make extra money, because the silage does make us good money. And so the more stuff we can mow for fun, the better. I think there's some silage over at the rice farm too. We'll get that later. Still think this thing looks beastly with off-road tires on it. One of my favorite things that one of the first things I modded from base game for FS25 was this truck for this playthrough. I don't know if you remember, I started with this truck. Nope, missed it. Missed it. There you go. And this is full. So let's see how well this thing drives across the map. It's definitely moving better than it did before. It's unfortunate though. It looks like it's the old fill plane. Like whoever converted this didn't use the new dynamic fill planes. They used the old, like, move up a whole layer at once fill plane. I need all the speed I can get to get up this hill, mister. Don't cut me off. See, before I barely made it up this hill, and this time I'm just cruising. So I think this is a good purchase. Since you're already stopped, mister, I'm gonna drive around you. Yeah, see, we're hauling butt on this thing. Well, that's going to be it for me tonight. I'm going to head out now. I got my dinner waiting. I'll work on the multi-farm thing before next time. We'll probably come back next week and do Judith, because we haven't done Judith in a couple weeks. And then we'll come back to this one in like a 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. And we'll continue on. And, you know, I'll try to put in some time finishing off those contracts. We're edging up near I think 80-90 hours right now, I think. So we can tip. We're edging up like right near 80-90 hours on this save. So we're getting close to like 1/5 of our time on this map, and we still got a ton to do. We still have more farms to buy, more productions to buy, all kind of stuff. So lots to do. I want to say a special thank you to everyone for being here. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for catching the stream. I greatly appreciate all of your help, and everyone's chatting and commenting and interacting. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. Special thank you to all our AI members who keep this channel alive and keep this going, and help me get cool things like new cameras. Special thank you to all your help and assistance and funding. I'm humbled by everyone's support. But until next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.